Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Marcello Bellini. I am from Florence. I'm Italian, and you can tell by my accent. And I am from Florence, and you can tell by my name. My name is Bellini, and in Florence, everybody is Bini. Bellini, Cellini, Bertini, Bernini, and so forth. My field is history, modern history, and namely the history of the Italian Renaissance. I became very soon interested in that incredible period, and being born in Florence, it helped. In Florence is where that cultural movement mostly originated. Pretty soon I became very curious about those personalities, the most important personalities of the Italian Renaissance. And by the way, the most important names came from Florence. Machiavelli, Michelangelo, Leonardo da Vinci, and Galileo. I wanted to know what kind of political, economical, philosophical background or backgrounds they had in order to understand how was it possible to have such an incredible boom, burst of genius in this town as no other centers had, perhaps, except Athens in the age of Pericles. And I investigated that period, every aspect of that period. And by the way, since the Italian Renaissance is even today one of the most important, one of the best studied and investigated periods of modern history, it's a kind of an endless discover. Even today, I must confess, honestly, I still have some unanswered questions about it. And then, after studying that period, I wanted to share my knowledge of the Renaissance, so I almost naturally became a teacher. I first started teaching at Florence State University, and then I taught at quite a few American programs here in Florence, like Syracuse, Vanderbilt, Kent State University, and finally, and let me tell you, most of all, California State University in Florence. I wanted to teach, I want to demonstrate that to my American students how important is studying the past. Study the past means knowing the present, which is a little bit of a difficult task. I mean, teaching that to digital youths, boys and girls. For them, life is very often 140 characters, social, something that is present and soon it becomes past. Well, my aim is demonstrating that the past becomes present. Studying the Renaissance means knowing where so much of our Western civilization came from, because those people I mentioned and war shaped the European culture in a certain period of modern history. By the way, just to give a couple of very simple examples, demonstrating how much of Machiavelli's, who, as we all know, was the founder of political science, how much of Machiavelli's political theories have been incorporated even in modern American political thought. Without Galileo and the scientific revolution, Galileo and his discoveries, probably we would not have artificial intelligence. No, the computer I'm talking to now, and the algorithm, and also the smartphone they had. Well, when they become aware of that, or they had a kind of affirmation of that, I am quite satisfied. My aim is wanting them to become aware of how important is studying, as I said before, the past, to know to know the present. Okay, this is my aim. Of course, having to discuss this subject in 3 minutes is like for me having to give a brief history of the universe in 3 minutes. See, I'm doing my best, I try to be solid, precise, and concise. Then they requested some information about me. Well, history is my life, but besides that, I like traveling, I like taking photographs, and I just like my hobbies, and traveling also to not only to Europe, to European countries, but also to America. Of course, I visited California many times. I taught in California for a while, and I still miss some chowder cream, in front of the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. I love cats. I have two. And sometimes in their company, I like watching black and white, silent movies, produced here in Europe. Okay, this is the end of my story. I hope that you're still awake. I tried to be very, very concise, as I told you before. I thank you. Bye-bye. Ciao, ciao. And by the way, looking forward to meeting you here in Florence. Ciao, arrivederci. And